Everybody, welcome to the new our course. Our course, they are so related together because the limit, derivative, and integration are so connected. Therefore, if you're gonna to understand limit f x approach to a, and f prime x, and integration of x, dx f x is the function. If you could understand the derivative, you can understand that before the limit. And if you're gonna to understand the integration, you must learn these materials. Therefore, without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, guys. For example, when I say the limit of f(x), x approach to a, what's the meaning of that? Guys, this is not the precise definition of this. It just makes a sense. Okay? Therefore, when you say the limit of x approach to a is behavior of f(x) by neighborhood point. Therefore, behavior of f(x) by neighborhood point. Neighborhood point, what's the meaning of this? You know, for example, is x axiom, and this point is x equal to a. To all the points in the right side is right side neighborhood, and in the mathematics we show it with a plus, and all the points in the left side we show it in the left side. Left side is right side. We show it with minus a, and that is collection of points that exactly is in the right and left side of our point. Okay, therefore in the limit we don't gonna to give the value, exact value of the point. We gonna to give a help from the some point in the left, some point in the right, and we take the value of the function by this point, guys. Okay. After this making sense, let's get started to understand the precise definition of this. For example, def, when we say the limit of x, what's the meaning of this exactly in mathematics? For every epsilon exists a sigma positive. X minus alpha is less than sigma. Therefore, fx minus L is less than epsilon. Some of the people say me, oh, it's so strange. Yeah, but don't worry about that. I can help you. When I'm gonna to take a graph of this, you can understand it so better. Okay, guys. You consider that is our axiom x and y. By the way, that is our function f. What is this exactly? What is this definition exactly? And what happened? You consider this point. This point is x equal to a. When we write this sign, that means we give a ball around the x. Okay? And after that, around the x, we give a ball and this point is x plus alpha, this point is x minus alpha, and this point exactly is x. Okay, all of these give us a value. I told you in the limit we don't gonna to give a value by the exactly by the point x. We're gonna to calculate it by the neighborhood point. This point, for example, if give you L, this point give you L plus epsilon, and this point give you L minus epsilon. The mathematical definition say for every epsilon, if epsilon is so little, goes to 0. What happened for this? For example, this epsilon goes to 0, this right side come to the L, and the left side goes to the L. Therefore, this definition exactly says you what happened when the interval goes to the 0 or limit and exactly must be L. Therefore, by this definition, when we have a limit, when the limit of x in right side and the limit of x in the left side, they are equal at the first and not infinity. If they are be infinity, we say we haven't the limit, because the infinity is not number, it's sign of so huge thing. Don't forget this. Okay, I think the best thing, if you're gonna understand it better, is you give an example. Therefore, I must give example, you understand it better. Okay, let's get started with exactly one example, and after that, in this example, I'm gonna to tell you when the graph of something, graph of function, the teacher gives you, how you can calculate it, and that is so simple. Okay, for example, that is our axiom, x and y, and that is our function. Our function starts from -2 and goes to the 1, and immediately exists, but this place is not exist, and immediately fall down and start goes to the infinity, positive infinity, and after that this fall down and come from minus infinity from here, and after that, for example, in this place is -1, 0, 1, and this place is 2, and that is something like this. Okay, guys, let's can compute all of these things. For example, before we go into the limit, if I ask you f of 2, the value of the 2 in the function, you say is not exist. Why? Because this point, the point that our function in the point 2 is not exactly exist. But what happened for limit of this? Okay, the limit of fx, x goes to 2 in right hand and left hand, what happened is limit fx Okay, in the right hand, we go, for example, exactly to the 1, because when we approach to the 2 plus, exactly you can understand our function come to the 1. Therefore, the right side is 1 and the left side exactly is the same. Therefore, is 1, and totally this limit is 1. Okay, and another one, for example, when I gonna say you the limit of fx x approach to 0, what happened for this, guys? Okay, the both side and right side, the limit of fx x approach to 0 plus, and the limit of fx x approach to minus. From 0 plus, guys, you can understand it goes to minus infinity, and the positive side, it is positive infinity, and therefore totally not exist. Yes? Okay. But in the other side, when I gonna to say the limit of fx x approach to minus 1, what happen? If we gonna to obtain the both side in the minus 1 positive and the limit of fx in the minus 1 negative. In the positive is so clear, when you're gonna to approach to minus 1 in the positive side, you give the 0 value, and if you're gonna to approach to minus 1 from minus side or left side, you can obtain to 1, and they are not exist, and totally this limit x approach to minus 1 is not exist. Okay, but another one, guys, in the point 2, what happened? For example, if I gonna to say you limit fx x approach to 2 in the both side, this limit x approach to positive, and the limit fx x approach to minus 1 minus 2, excuse me. Okay, in the positive side exactly is 0, but in the negative side the function is not defined, therefore is not exist, guys, and totally not exist. Yes, therefore let's start and summarize all of these things we told you. When the function is not exist exactly in the any place. Okay, okay, summary. When the limit is not exist by graph. Okay, guys, when at the first, can you help me? First one, yes. in the one side, in the one side function is not defined. Yeah, in the two, one side of function, maybe the both side of the function, it doesn't matter. One side of the function goes to infinity, positive infinity, negative infinity, it doesn't important. And three, both sides of function in this point not equal, guys. Okay, in this situation you must consider when a question give you graph, you haven't the limit, but in other side you can be sure you have a limit and you hadn't any information. Thanks for watching our video, and please subscribe our channel and make your suggestion, because it helped me. I understand and I evaluate my understanding about your teaching, about my teaching, and about how you get this course.